Hello everyone, and welcome to AOR Season 9.5, Round 4, Round 4 or 2, depending on how you see this as individual races or as one race. 225% races. Of course, at Brittain, at the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, we can't wait to get out there and start our qualifying lap, as we are now using all our cars to go across the line for our first, or one of our first laps, 30.6 our last lap, see if we can improve on that. Hopefully we can, because it would be terrible not to be able to do that. Going down towards turn 2, quite nicely, missed the apex a bit on the inside. Going turn 3 in first gear, try and not run wide, no, not done that, bit of oversteer on the exit, using the curves onto this, came all straight, guessing, don't know corner names at Silverstone, down towards the left hand of what I think is Luffield, braking very hard, we're 30.033 seconds up on our PB, whatever that is, powering out this hairpin end as hard as we can using, so we've got half of our curves remaining as we fly towards Cox Corner. That's one I know, out very few corners. Turning in, will we get an apex right? No we haven't, we've gone massively wide, bit on the curb, bit of an extension, but then we missed the inside apex completely, so you could forgive us for that. As we now fly through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, hitting the curbs just about within the white lines, and I'll use the rest of our curves, activate the DRS, fully only DRS point, and there we are, 3 tenths up on our PB so far. Going now towards Stowe Corner, very tough for right hands to get correct, make sure we don't run wide, I actually haven't done that. Braking into the heavy second to last, or third to last corner, hitting that apex, running perfectly wide on the exit, power down as hard as I can, around the last corner to set a 1:30.222 for our best qualifying lap. But the rain came down in session as it should have done with 100% rain, and we just ran wide, and well, we rage quit from that kind of. And here are the qualifying results then, ladies and gentlemen, for you. Captain Falcon has taken pole position on 28.6. Iceman follows him in second, and Dan Snake, a new one to league, in third in his McLaren, and us all the way down in 6th on the grid, ready to go in our Mercedes for this first of 125% Silverstone race. Onto the starting grid, and Captain Falcon in his Williams on pole position. For the first time, us in our Mercedes on the prime tyres, down in 6th, quite decent considering we qualified on the primes, if you didn't notice. Almost everyone else is on the option tyre, sticking to lean for the start, waiting for lights to come on, sitting behind Jake's Ferrari, behind both Ferraris actually, as the lights are all on, and they are out, and away we go, bit of lag from Bad Boy on the left, he's going to get a bad start by the look, seems pretty up into Rich, hoping to get somewhere. Someone's had a brilliant start round outside of us, that's Wingsman from the 2014 league, we raced in up one of our rivals, he's almost touched there, going down around turn 1, down towards turn 2, we'll try and hold it round outside, follow behind Jake's line, see if that will carry us round outside, now down to the inside of this corner, a bit of a tap on our right rear tyre, sorry, but we've got the move done, around turn 2 and turn 3, and we use a bit of our curves, hoping to get the slipstream from Jake, make sure, try and cut him off, no he's not gone down the inside of us, I don't think he'll have a look at us here, that would be a bit risky as we run a bit wide on the entry there. We'll try and correct though for the next Luffield hairpin, whatever this is. Just power on as early as possible. We really want to see if we can stick with this group ahead because we think they're really quick compared to what we are, what we should be, but we're not sure how quick the group behind us is. Seems like Wings has pulled out a gap to the group behind him again, but he's dropped back a bit from us, not as far. Well, quite a lot further than what we've dropped back to Jake ahead. Only, of course, there's only been half a lap so far, so it's not that vital, but we would like to stick with and get the DRS and keep in this group ahead of the top 4. Whilst being in 5th, 8 tenths now, so we almost lost second in the first 2 sectors. Really need a push to keep with him, but sadly I can reveal that we had good pace, but not the best of pace, like to get podium positions for instance, and we stayed with them for that one lap 2 or so, but after a while we kind of just didn't have the pace, just about not enough, just a few tenths here and there was enough. First, like that mistake as well didn't help, we lost a few tenths here and there in each sector, not very much. I think the gap always stayed between, well you can't see it now, but I just cut all the bit boring bits out, and most of the laps I was going around I was between 1.5 to 3.5 seconds behind Jake in the race. It looks like he's having a go at Dan Snake, I believe, is in 3rd in the McLaren, I see now 1.5 seconds, and that's really where it started growing a bit and then just kept on growing, but it was stable and never really got past 4 seconds at the most. As we power down towards Cops once again in Sector 2, but now on to lap 6 then. You can see Jake ahead goes in for the pits on lap 6. A lot of people went in on lap 5 on the option runners, and we stayed out, or had planned to stay out to the end of lap 7, which we did. And it cost us a bit of time, of course, with our front left tyre being really worn, and we did in fact come in at the end of lap 7 and to fit on the faster option tyres. Hopefully they'll give us some even better pace than what we've been having in 5th position at the moment, coming from the lead to fit them, and we really want to push now, see if we can manage to catch Jake, but sadly I can tell you, for matter of fact, as we now go through Maggots and Beckett's in the last lap of the race, we didn't catch Jake. As you can see, we can see him, so the gap is probably about 2 seconds, but never really got below that 2.7 seconds really. It was the lowest I think we got it, and that was really just the story of our race, just being very consistent, very good at a pace, but not the right pace to get anywhere, and so sort of in no man's land. All races we have a double front lock up into the last corner out of frustration. Been so good on pace, but not managed to get anywhere, any battles or anything. But I can tell you, race 2 was a lot better as we came across the line to take 5th there. You can see Captain Falcon won the race in the Lotus. Congratulations to him. Iceman follows him in 2nd, with Dan the Snake in 3rd, rounding out the podium, and us in 5th, with our teammate H-Pro having yet another DNF. Not very good this for the constructors. If you want to go and watch that on the AOR site, so link for that will be in the description if you're interested in that. And I'll thank you ever so much for watching, and hope to see you all for the 2nd race here at Silverstone, which will follow this very shortly.